Yo, so what's going on, Battlefielders? My name is Pwnestar, and this is, in fact, another episode of Battlefield 3. How the Battlefuckers doing today? You guys missed me, haven't you? Well, in fact, it will be back. It was on high demand. You guys were really, really upset that I said I was going to stop posting it, so I guess I'm just going to try to find a happy medium. And in fact, I was like, yo, let's try this. A subscriber hit me up, and he was like, hey, Pwn, you look handsome today. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say, I'm going to do it. And he's like, okay. So I want you to try out, to bring back those classes you used to do. Basically revisit the Rambo class. If you guys do not recall the Rambo video, if you were not a subscriber back at that time, it was the concept of where you used a Rambo class, where you were extremely aggressive and you ran around with the M60 only hip firing, right? It was never meant to be a skillful thing, but that's what it was meant to be, a Rambo, an extremely aggressive class where you'd run around with the M60, you'd have your knife, and that's basically all you had. But now, we do have, in fact, the other instrument of death from Mr. Rambo himself, and that is the bow. Now, I guess in the movies and shit, he used a standard bow. We got a crossbow. I gotta use what I got, guys. But in fact, we do actually have an elite prepared Rambo class, and I love it. You know, I can be aggressive. I can go through hallways and just hip fire all day long with the M60. I've got the 412 Rex on the hip if I need to. But I don't need that anymore. You know, that's what I used to use on the old Rambo class because I couldn't aim down sight. I'd use the pistol when I wanted to shoot and kill things. But in fact, now I have that reliability and that, you know, conscious state of mind where I can just run around and know that I have comfort of pulling out that crossbow now and just taking heads off. So I now have the perfect Rambo class. I know, right? Internet high five. I'm so excited for it. So I found that I enjoyed using this class loadout because not only was it fun, but, you know, on a game like this, not trying to piss anybody off, but the game can get a little slow and stale sometimes. There's only so much you can do in this game, and some goofy loadouts are definitely one of those things that refreshes, you know, the experience. So I think nothing does it quite like, you know, running around with an M60 hip firing only and also having the crossbow. I honestly feel like Rambo. And I also got shocked, too, because after I got done playing this game, you know how it gives you like your percentages, your unlocks, and all that stuff? I saw that there was like a Rambo dog tag, and I was like, oh my god! And I was like, I knew this was something that had to be done. And I was excited for that. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. I'll put a link down below for the original Rambo if you guys did not see that. Again, like I said, it was older. But between that, I think I made the cowboy, the assassin, and the terrorist. Between those videos, those were really, really well received. Some of the most viewed videos that I've ever had on Battlefield. So I was like, hey, let's try to bring some of these back. So what better to do it than initiate it with a crossbow, you know, because that was definitely one of his weapons of choice. I remember his knife. I remember throwing grenades at windows because, shit, that reflects it, right? And I had a lot of fun doing it. Now, this is one of those clutch moments in the game where we're running down, we're dying, we get down to one ticket, a couple patty cakes, save the day, and we actually clutched this game out. This was intense. This is definitely the kind of push and drive an experience that I missed from Battlefield, something that I wanted. You don't have this too much. It's usually lopsided teams, a bunch of guys with AEKs and M416s, you know. That's what I'm used to experiencing. This was a close fucking game, and I had so much fun playing it. I haven't had this much fun in Battlefield for 6 months. And out of all the maps, too, was Metro, which is one that's kind of stale and dry to me, too. So it was just incredible. But we managed to clutch that out, move to the next set of objectives, and it was great. And here soon, you're actually about to see what I do with the crossbow, you know, because I know I'm hip firing. I'm obviously not going to hit the guy in the ticket booth or anything like that. So I pull out my handy-dandy new instrument of death. And that is, in fact, the beloved crossbow. Now, after this game, I went ahead and unlocked the explosive bolt. And I don't know if it was my experience. I only fiddled with it for 5 minutes. And in all honesty, it wasn't fun, you know what I mean? I thought of it to be like some sort of enjoyable experience, and instead it was like shitty foreplay. You know, I was like so hyped, so ready. Oh, explosive crossbow! Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. And I used it, and I direct impacted 3 people, no lie. And one of the guys was an LMG that was like fucking bipoded on a rock in spawn on this map. You know, I went into the dead zone to shoot him in the face, and I headshot him, and he only took like 40 damage. I was like, what the fuck? So I tried to use the explosive bolts, you know, I wanted to use that for this class and make another video, but I realized they really, really suck, so I don't know the purpose of those. I don't know if it was just fucked up hit detection, or within 2 feet the bullet drop is like insanely horrible, or what it is, because I didn't like it. And then I started shooting them up in the air, doing my own form of mortars, and just trolling around, but that was my experience. Maybe you guys can tell me about your experience with them before, if you've used the new crossbow with the explosive tip. I haven't, and I'm never saying explosive tip again, because that just sounds painful. I've already talked about explosive vaginas this week. I don't need to talk about that. But anyways, this was a great gameplay. I definitely want to be posting up some more Rambo. If you guys would like to see any of the other ones back up, or any other crazy, unique setup classes to, represent an actor or a movie or a comic character or something like that, feel free to toss down some suggestions down in the comment box below. And again, I want to thank you guys for the support. I know you guys have been with me. I know I've been a little down lately. I've been a little depressed. I've been stressed out. For those guys that have stayed, I want to thank you guys. Expect to see some more Battlefield content on my channel, as much as I can offer for you guys. But again, like I said, try to do this. If you're getting bored with Battlefield, try to create some of these goofy classes like this, and you honestly feel like you're Rambo, without, like the stroke and the weird speech impediment. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Get it!